Unauthorized writings or drawings on someone's property is a crime. Despite the crackdown by authorities, others say it is one form of art. Dr. Sawang takes a closer look at this issue.
It's an eyesore in Port Moresby, a city that's developing at a very rapid rate. Buildings of various architecture are popping up on almost every available land space in the city and used either for business or residential purposes. The roads have been retouched to make them more comfortable for users, and new ones have been developed with few still undergoing constructions. The appearances of traffic islands were also enhanced, and one thing that further improved the looks is the fancy-looking streetlights. And there's many more developments that have enhanced the general appearance of Port Moresby. But it's sad to state that not everyone is keen in maintaining a good appearance of the city. One such group is the graffiti architects. A drive around the city would only confirm these. Most of it is childish scribble that looks like 5-year-olds have done it. But some of it is colorful and might look artistic if it had not destroyed someone's property. And that is the problem with graffiti. It is unauthorized, as the dictionary says, and it destroys someone's property. Graffiti will always have a bad name because it is a crime, like stealing. It steals the property owner's right to have their own property look clean and nice, and it makes repairs costly for the property owner. Some graffiti vandals say they are improving the look of fences or walls by doing colorful paintings on them. But that's arguable because they did not seek prior permission from the property owners. Some authorities are cracking down hard on graffiti vandals, whilst some just say it's a global issue, let's learn to live with it. But for Salian Mokis, the founder of Island Breeze Company, which with the partnership of the National Capital District Commission initiated the Keep Port Moresby Colourful campaign, we don't have to learn to live with this act of vandalism because it can be managed and controlled. Salian, through her company Island Breeze, is talking graffiti more as an art form.
Graffiti as we know it here in the city, before what we introduced, was more tagging. And tagging is more the vandalism that we know of in the community where, boy, like I could do tagging. I can just go and write sell somewhere in the city and that would be considered graffiti, but that's more, it has a negative effect towards the community. Whereas the Keep Port Moresby Colourful campaign, which is an initiative that I helped start with Governor back in May of 2013, and we started really working with public spaces and what Papua New Guinea knows as the Ken Kutis. We started working with the boys off the street, and so we did the Vision City and a Kelka wall, which is along Vision City, just opposite the fuel station there. So we're talking more graffiti as a street art rather than an all-out anti-graffiti approach.
And through this channel, Salian has come to meet the bigger players within the graffiti world of Port Moresby. If you and I think there is no such thing in Port Moresby, then Salian says we are wrong.
I've been able to meet so many people within the community, mostly settlement people, illiterate, those who, like a lot of the kids that I've been working with, they kind of just follow the crowd. There's an underground movement with graffiti within the city that I wasn't aware of. I thought it was just, kids who got bored at home, who'd pick up a spray can, and in the evening, 2 a.m. in the morning when everyone else is sleeping, they're putting their name on something. But there's an underground movement for it. It's territorial as well. So you won't find kids from Waigani coming and tagging at 4 Mile. Never. I'm Haplon Mangila 4 Mile. So when I do my work, say for example, like the wall at Andakelka, opposite Vision City, I got boys from the Gordon's area, Gordon's Market area and Waigani, around that area. and some boys from the back of Hohola to come and do that wall. And I didn't realize that the boys that I was actually working, I thought they'd be younger. One of them was actually working.
But just how is Island Breeze changing the mindset of these underground graffiti movements in the nation's capital? Salian admits it's tough, but she has the passion and the determination to change the appearance of the city by removing the graffiti through the Keep Port Moresby Clean campaign.
Three of the young guys I work with now, their street names are J-Dog, Vandal, and Digit. They've now started their own business. They do graffiti on caps, and so their target market right now is a certain age group. But in their time, so they've left the school age already, but they still have in their time. I think it's an identity thing as well, finding identity with your peers, and also I think it's something that they're good at. But because we don't have an industry that will promote them and their art, and so in a way I've kind of provided an avenue for them to showcase. So
she tells us a bit how this Keep Port Moresby Clean campaign works.
We're actually writing history. With every wall that we do, we're writing history now. We are changing the way graffiti is perceived in our community today. So we're happy that it's. I have a lot of people come up to me and saying, "Oh, you're doing great work." So we're hoping to do there's a list of other walls that I've proposed to Governor. So we're looking at working towards that throughout this year, but including more and more of the community. There's a whole process that we follow. When we do get a wall, we have to prepare the surface first. So do a wash down. So what we want to do with the wash downs is actually invite kids from schools to do the wash downs with us, so that we take ownership of these public spaces. And so when they first started, it was identity within their circles. It's become a totally different environment now, and we're pleased to say that we're having a positive impact with our young people.
And according to Salian, this campaign has been a success story. More and more children on the streets that were engaged in graffiti are now joining her company. She is confident that tagging will one day stop in the nation's capital.
You'll see every now and then you'll find one kid who's still going astray, but I can safely say with confidence that the bulk of our kids have jumped on the bandwagon, so it's a success story.
Salian said 2016 will be a busy year for Island Breeze, and for you all so-called Cancutis out there, Island Breeze is providing that rare opportunity for you all to join it. Think about it. This opportunity will enable you to show your artistic ability in a more acceptable manner that will also help in enhancing our city's appearance.
Dr. Sawong reporting there. If you would like to comment on any story or provide information or feedback, we'd like to hear from you. Please visit our PNG Tonight website on www.pngtonight.com. This is PNG Tonight, the first weekend coming up of the new year. Enjoy it. We'll see you on Monday. Good night.